This time around it has been very smooth, not many passengers.
As 2019 beckons, local air traffic takes a slow turn.
We have never had fertilizer at a very controlled price in this country until now.
2018 retrospect. Correspondent on special assignment reports on farmers and 2018 cropping season.
Dino Minai is wanted by the Nigerian police force for criminal conspiracy and attempted culpable homicide.
Police will not retreat until Senator Melaye surrenders.
There is no country today which you can say that Nigeria is at odds with.
And reviewing Nigeria's relations with the rest of the world in 2018. Hello and welcome to the Network News, the last edition this year. I am Kene Ima Abodike. Tonight, Hingeno John Adams joins us from the Lagos Network Center. Let's begin the news with New Year message from the President. President Muhammadu Buhari rejoices with Nigerians on the New Year. In a message to the Nigerians, the President says 2019 will be a very significant year for the nation, as it is an election year during which leaders will be elected at national and state levels. The President reiterated his promises and declarations that the 2019 general elections will be free, fair and credible. Elections need not be a do or die affair, he said, and Nigerians should not approach the elections with trepidation and mortal fear, as a large number of presidential candidates have committed to peace, and peace we shall have. President Buhari said those who continue to trumpet falsehood and negativity are fighting a lost battle, as Nigerians are believing and trusting that his administration will deliver on a level playing field at the polls. The President noted that Nigerians desire peace, security, prosperity, inclusiveness, and infrastructural development for the nation. He added that despite the challenges facing the nation, his administration is resolved to combating them all by making steady and sustainable progress in all areas of national life. President Buhari thanked Nigerians for their support and collaboration in the previous years and asked for the same in 2019 and beyond. The President said he hopes that Nigerians will renew his mandate for another term, while urging all citizens to rededicate themselves to the vision of a nation that works for all. The usual hustle and bustle at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport was absent on the eve of the new year. Emmanuel Ayemiro tells us why.
From one terminal to the other, the story of low season of more inbound than outbound is everywhere at the Abuja airport.
This time around it has been very smooth, not many passengers, so checking in barely 5 minutes you are done, so a good traveling experience.
Another thing also noticed is the issue of low airfares.
This flight is basically the same. I paid 24,000 for this flight to Sokoto, but I paid almost 40,000, I think, when I came in from Uyo to Abuja. I was on the 20th, yes. It's affordable now. It's fair.
In terms of the fare, there's a slight difference as per what we used to pay before. There's a slight increase. And in terms of the organization, there's a little stability. Things are quite changing.
An expert says reasonable airfares and non-delays or cancellations recorded in 2018 is a paradigm shift where more domestic airlines are coming into the industry, with more aircraft doing multiple landing and takeoff.
What we used to have before is few airline operating but high fare.
For Abuja Airport to experience high season, experts say it would be when work is about to resume after the new year. Emmanuel Ayemiro, NTA News.
And in the spirit of the New Year celebration, the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mekantibaru, while felicitating with Nigerians, has promised uninterrupted fuel supply across the country to meet consumers' demand in the new year and beyond. A statement by the Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs, Ndo Ogamadu, advised motorists and other consumers of petroleum products against panic buying as the price of petrol remains 145 naira per litre. He urged them to report any station that sells above the recommended price to the nearest Department of Petroleum Resources or other law enforcement agencies for appropriate sanction. Theatre Command Operation Lafia Dole's headquarters says it is not true that the road connecting Maiduguri and Monguno town in Borno State has been closed to motorists and other road users. A statement by the Deputy Director of Public Relations, Theatre Command Operation Lafia Dole, Colonel Onyema Wachuko, says contrary to insinuation in the social media, Maiduguri Monguno Road remains open to motorists and all law-abiding citizens. There is heavy presence of troops patrolling the area, while clearance operations to flush out Boko Haram terrorists are ongoing in Baga and environs. The Nigeria police says it will not retreat until Senator Dino Melaya surrenders himself for arrest and investigation. Force Public Relations Officer Jimo Moshood stated this at a briefing to newsmen in Abuja. Correspondent Francis Fum reports that the police also paraded suspected kidnappers of the twins in Zurmi local government area.
Senator Dino Melaye, representing Kogi West Senatorial District in the Senate, is wanted for a case of criminal conspiracy and an attempted culpable homicide, alleged to have been committed on the 19th of July 2018, when the senator and his armed thugs attacked police personnel, shot and wounded Sergeant Anju Masaliu, who is still at the intensive care unit of the Federal Medical Center, Lokoja.
The police operative, with a duly obtained warrant of arrest, deployed to arrest Senator Dino Melaye still in his residence and will not retreat until Senator Dino Melaye surrender himself for arrest and investigation.
The police also paraded 12 suspects linked with the kidnap of twins in Zamfara State while distributing their wedding invitation cards. The suspects were said to be arrested in various criminal hideouts in Katsina and Zamfara states.
The Inspector General of Police IGP Ibrahim K. Idris MP MNI, consequent upon the kidnapping of this twin sister, directed a discreet and thorough investigation into the sudden disappearance of the twin sister. The operative of the IGP Intelligence Response Team, led by DCP Abakiari, carried out a thorough and discreet investigation into the matter and succeeded in the arrest of the 12 suspects that we are parading before you.
The police says raids on criminal hideouts and the threats assessment currently being carried out throughout the country will continue into the 2019 general elections to ensure a secured environment for a free and fair election. In Abuja, Francis Form, NTA News.
Now, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has asked the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, to stop playing politics with the unfortunate incident involving the souls of those who died in the April 5, 2018 armed robbery attack in Offa. A statement signed by the Special Assistant to the Minister, Shegu Adeyemi, condemned any attempt to denominate human lives in monetary terms. The minister stated that the claim by Dr. Saraki that he donated 10 million naira to care for the victims of the Offa robbery is false, noting that the money he referred to was donated when the Offa market was burnt and was made in a lorry and not Offa. Lai Mohammed reiterated that when Dr. Saraki visited Offa to commiserate with the community in the aftermath of the robbery, he did not make any donation. This is the network news on the NTA. The news returns shortly. Join us again.
Together, we started a journey filled with smiles.
Season of surprise, yeah.
Together, we touched millions of lives. shared laughter, and hundreds of surprises. We discovered how simple acts of kindness go a long way into building a nation of smiles just for you. It's another year and another opportunity to share millions of smiles with our loved ones. So give more, share more, and build a better world. MTN Season of Surprises Season 4 is here. Surprise someone, no matter how little, so we all can spread more kindness.
And you go surprise me.
The Petroleum Tankers Drivers of Lupeng, in collaboration with Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC), hereby wish Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari and all Nigerians a happy Yellowtide celebration. In the spirit of celebration, please obey all traffic rules and regulations in order to assist everyone reach their destination freely and safely. Remember, use the seatbelt while driving and do not drive with worn-out or expired tires to avoid accident. Do not overspeed. Consideration of other road users is a religious obligation which everyone must observe. In case of any emergency, please call FRSC toll-free line 122. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This message is from the Petroleum Tankers Drivers of Lupeng.
Politics democratically affords a level playing field for everyone who carries the will and courage to lead a people in the right direction.
I wish to call on women to go and spread the good news and accomplishment of the present administration.
Women inevitably are the right source to pave this path that can bring good governance, structural stability, rapid economic growth, and basic human rights to all its citizenry. There is no better time than now to experience their prowess in this era, when women all over the world are showing that they have the right tools to build a nation. The Buhari-led administration and APC have aligned with its purpose to involve women with the right vision. The idea is not just for participation, but inclusive participation.
We can exert more power than we would have individually in garnering the majority of registered women and youth voters to vote for the Buhari Osibanjo team come 2019.
This is what change is all about. This is the vision of the All Progressives Congress. This is for a new Nigeria.
The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Dr. Maikanti Baru, felicitates with our dear compatriots in the new year. The corporation wishes you, your dear family, and other loved ones a joyous and prosperous new year. As petroleum product supplier of last resort, Dr. Baru assures of adequate petroleum product supply to satisfy your demands this new year and beyond. As usual, he advises motorists and other consumers of petroleum products against panic buying, as the corporation holds a stock of 30 billion liters of petrol and 90,000 metric tons of kerosene expected to last 60 days, assuming no fresh consignment is added. The GMD wishes all a prosperous new year.
You no be like before again, no. Now many more Nigerians they suffer inside poverty. They no fit get better food, better house, better education and healthcare. Unlike 20 years ago, as it be so, now to encourage families to bond the number of people with them fit take care of, so that them go comot them family and themselves from poverty and reduce economic hardship. Thank God for family planning or childbirth spacing. With time, plenty families go fit they live better lives. As leader where you be, the solution dey your hand, and what you need to do now to take action now. All we lawmakers and government people them must make sure say them put enough money down. We go make sure say childbirth spacing services where plenty people they also call family planning services go reach everybody. Our pastors, imam and traditional leaders suppose open mouth to tell them people about the better thing we family planning did. We must join hand and get it together, make our future for bright. Now Federal Ministry of Health they bring on this message.
Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO, in collaboration with Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC), hereby wish Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari and all Nigerians a happy Yuletide celebration. In the spirit of celebration, please obey all traffic rules and regulations in order to assist everyone reach their destination free and safe. Remember, use the seatbelt while driving and do not drive with worn out or expired tires to avoid accident. Let your vehicle be in good condition and roadworthy. Do not drink and drive. Be mentally fit. Do not overspeed. In case of any emergency, please call FRSC toll-free line 122. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This message is from the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners.
Election 2019 is here.
This is a clarion call to all Nigerians by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. On February 16, 2019, presidential and National Assembly elections will be conducted nationwide. Similarly, on March 2, 2019, governorship and state assembly elections will take place. INEC is committed to making the 2019 general elections the best we have ever had. Credible persons are being recruited and trained to handle polling units and collation centers at all levels. Our card readers have been upgraded and will be deployed to all polling units to prevent voter impersonation. We will involve technology in the conduct of elections to prevent fraud. Your votes will count. Join hands with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Let's make Nigeria proud. This message is from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. INEC, making your votes count, consolidating our democracy.
Season's greetings from the Nigeria Police Force. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Ibrahim Batum Idris, NPM, MNI, on behalf of the entire officers and men of the Nigeria Police Force, felicitates with the entire Christian community in our great country Nigeria as they celebrate this year's Christmas and New Year. He enjoins the Christians faithful to emulate the virtues of Jesus Christ by propagating peace, demonstrating love, forgiveness, and harmonious coexistence among citizens irrespective of religious, ethnic, and political inclinations. The IGP assures all Nigerians of adequate security before, during, and after the Yuletide, hence the massive deployment of officers and men of the force across the country. However, he appeals to the public to partner with police by being vigilant, security conscious, and providing useful information to the police deployed in their localities. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance.
Welcome back to NTA Network News. An emergency security meeting comprising all stakeholders drawn from government organizations, military, paramilitary, traditional institutions, non-governmental organizations, and the business circle has been convened in Maiduguri, Borno State. The meeting is to address the spate of attacks by Boko Haram insurgents and to find a way to bring an end to the security challenges bedeviling the state. Resolution of the meeting will be submitted to President Muhammadu Buhari in due course. Now, for Nigerian farmers, 2018 can be described as a good and fruitful year, specifically because it afforded them good climatic conditions suitable for cultivation of all kinds of crops across the country, despite some environmental challenges. It was also a year in which Nigeria met its target in rice production. Now, in this special report, Musa Baba Aliyu takes a look at food production in 2018 and farmers' projections in the new year.
Good climatic condition accompanied by adequate and well-distributed rainfall characterized 2018 crop production. Farmers who engaged in dry season farming in 2018 described their output as the best in recent years. This cut across producers of rice, vegetables, especially tomatoes and onions. The rains came early, as predicted by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, though with caution that the season might be short, unlike the previous years. Farmers took advantage of every drop of the rain for their farming activities, even though flooding had devastating effects on major crops, especially rice.
We have never had fertilizer at a very controlled price in this country until now.
As at December 2018, Nigeria remains the largest producer of grains in Africa and among the world's largest in rice, maize, sorghum, millet, and beans.
And thank God that the president says that he will not relax until Nigeria becomes a major exporter of food.
The government initiative also pushed the country to become the second largest producer of sorghum after United States and the third largest in millet after India.
The rice that comes from Thailand is a rice that produced 15 years ago. And the rice they see coming up from Nigeria, that is from Sokoto, from Kano, from Taraba, from Gombe, Maiduguri. It's a rice produced this year.
Today we have reduced our import bill from $665 million per year to $165 million. And then the fertilizer initiative has saved this country 270 billion naira. And at the same time, we have achieved 96% reduction in rice import, and we hope to exit completely the importation of rice by next year.
In all this, agronomists say credit should go to the policy and programs of the federal government, especially in input and credit facilities provided for farmers to boost their production. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
It is said that you never let go of past memories. For many years, Nigerians were compelled to ride on decrepit trains as old as over 50 years, with the attendant fear and frustration. But there are indications that the ongoing rail transport phenomenon would alter that negative memories of train experiences in Nigeria, as Claire Adelabu Abdulrazak finds out riding on the Abuja-Kaduna train for the first time.
Train passengers from Kaduna disembark at the Idu Mega Train Station in Abuja on schedule at few minutes past 9 in the morning. They scurry to catch up connecting trains to the city center or the international airport. For many of these train passengers, it's been the routine since the train route from Abuja to Kaduna became operational in 2016. Propelled by their compelling testimonies, my phobia for rail transport turned into courage, and off we ventured to Rigasa in Kaduna State by train. Abuja-Kaduna Standard Gauge Rail is the first completed segment of an ambitious intermodal rail transport revolution undertaken by the Buhari administration in 2016. Government officials say the intention is not only to modernize rail infrastructure in Nigeria, but also to connect every part of the country by rail. Like me, Patience here is a first timer. So far, what's the experience been?
I would say I'm very impressed. Firstly, just the process of getting into the terminal, the train station, was quite smooth. It is neat, the directions are clear. And since boarding, the seats are quite convenient, and I think I'll do it again.
You get everything that you want, and in peace and tranquility, honestly. The government has done well.
For other passengers, however, riding on the Abuja-Kaduna train has become not only a pleasant routine, but a lifesaver.
With the help of the train, I was able to retain my job. If it's to be going by road, I would have resigned because there's no way I'll be going every day.
The alluring thing about the Abuja-Kaduna rail transport is the sundry mobile services.
I'm really proud of the job because I get to meet different people.
There are many others who earn a livelihood working on board as cabin announcers, health workers, porters or cleaners, and even as guards. And from the window, I savored the beautiful scenery as the train glides down from one station to another, 5 in all. The train screeched to a halt in Rigasa station at 5 minutes past noon. We are on the homeward bound to Abuja from Rigasa train station. Did I enjoy the ride? Quite pleasurable. But the most interesting thing about this return journey is that all three coaches, both the two first-class coaches and the second-class coaches, are filled to capacity. So far, official record estimates that the Abuja-Kaduna train route accounts for over 1.5 million passengers since operation started in 2016.
The concept of this station has the disabled in mind. The
the special needs tickets are for the disabled. When you get into the terminal, that is the departure hall, during boarding, we have the lift that will take, that the disabled can access to the platform through the lift. Very soon, the escalator will come on board.
The Idu Mega Train Station combines aesthetics and retrofitting that makes rail transport both pleasurable and environmentally meaningful. As it is turning out, train travel has become a thrill for many Nigerians like me. In Abuja, Claire Adilabo Abdurazak, NTA News.
Thank you, Claire. That's obviously a report you enjoyed doing. Now, Nigeria's relations with the rest of the world in 2018 substantially grew as the Buhari administration continued to pursue its national policies through strategic engagements at the international arena. Here is Foreign Desk correspondent Makur Simon Macham with highlights of Nigeria's diplomacy in 2018.
Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Ministry is saddled with the task of formulating and implementing the nation's foreign policy. Under the leadership of Jeffrey Onyema and Minister of State Khadija Bukar Ibrahim, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and its technocrats went to work in 2018. 2018 began on a promising note for Nigeria when the African Union unanimously endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari as the champion of its theme for the year, which centered on fighting corruption. Nigeria's presence and contribution was also strong at other international meetings such as the 73rd General Assembly of the United Nations, where the President made key suggestions to solving problems of corruption, migration, global insecurity, among others. President Buhari also visited the United States to meet with President Donald Trump, where, among other things, Nigeria finally got approval to buy the much-needed Tucano warplanes. The Forum on China-Africa Cooperation held in Beijing, China, provided Nigeria another opportunity to seek economic benefits towards diversification and infrastructure development. Despite Nigeria's reluctance, ECOWAS heads of state at their meeting in Togo prevailed on Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari to assume chairmanship of the regional body.
So, notwithstanding the fact that a number of other countries were all vying for the position, Nigeria and Mr. President, were not vying for it, had it thrust upon them. So, and then, since he assumed that position, he's been very quietly but effectively engaging in a number of complex situations.
Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister Jeffrey Onyema also continued with the nation's citizen diplomacy agenda by ensuring the return of Nigerians stranded in Libya as well as Russia, while engaging the international community for the welfare and well-being of Nigerians abroad. The year also saw the reinvigoration of several joint commissions as well as bilateral engagements that further expanded Nigeria's global influence.
There is no country today which you can say that Nigeria is at odds with, and you could say almost with all of them that we're extremely friendly with.
Analysts believe that Nigeria's voice on the international scene will only get louder in 2019, given what it was able to achieve in 2018.
And as we move on, if we continue this way, we can only go higher and higher as a nation. But the key thing is that we are talking about our own people first.
Nigerians are regaining respect from the eyes of the world because we are the people outside Nigeria.
Let there be a transfer of skill, transfer of technology to our country, Nigeria.
Nigeria also got elected to several key political positions at the United Nations, International Criminal Court in The Hague, African Court on Human and People's Rights, ECOWAS Court of Justice, among others. In Abuja, Makut Simon Macham, NTA News.
For more on network news, let's join Hengiro John Adams in our Lagos Network Center.
Thank you, Kene, and a warm welcome to Lagos. As Nigerians mourn the passing of the first civilian president, Mourning Shagari, flags are flying at half-mast in Lagos to honor the man many describe as a visionary leader. Michael Olale went around and came back with this report.
From Victoria Island to Ikeja and other strategic locations in Lagos State, some institutions strictly adhered to the directive Others were yet to lower their flags in honor of the late President Alhaji Shehu Shagari.
Everybody should comply, as a matter of fact, based on his record, based on his contribution to Nigeria, and based on the sacrifice he has made for this country.
Federal government should do more in terms of rename of institutions like university, stadium.
Residents of Lagos described the late one-time president as an outstanding personality with commendable attributes worthy of emulation.
He's very straightforward and a very contented man.
Nigerians believe the present crop of politicians and Africans in general can borrow a leaf from the former president.
Integrity is number one, your past record is number two, and your heart for the country. If you have a good heart for the country, not to go and make money, to go and sacrifice.
His remains have since been laid to rest, while the memories of his good deeds will live on. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NT News.
The Nigerian Customs Service Strike Force Team A says it seized goods worth 8.6 billion naira from November to December of 2018, a period of 1 month. The National Coordinator, Customs Strike Force Team, Deputy Controller Abdullahi Kirawa, at a media briefing in Lagos, reiterated the resolve of the service to tackle smuggling. Bolade Salami reports.
The items seized by the Customs Strike Force include 8,090 50 kg imported rice, 1,200 cartons of Herogram tablets not certified by NAFDAC. The national coordinator of the strike force, Abdullahi Karawa, while taking journalists around the seized items, also reviewed a container loaded with over 1,420 cartons of explosives and fireworks.
The only thing the officers did was to ensure that they perform their legitimate duties and ensure that the country is kept safe, and also ensure that smuggling activities is reduced to the barest minimum. With this, it will serve as a deterrent to those who are thinking of making smuggling a business.
The team in the period under review also seized 195 sacks of pangolin scales valued at 8.3 billion naira, gallons of vegetable oils, as well as 404 used tires.
The pangolin alone is not the duty paid value. We have 8,391,600,000. Then the 8,090 bags of rice, coupled with the second-hand clothing, we are talking about 9 billion naira.
The team expressed zeal not to relent in its fight against smuggling in the new year. In Lagos, Abolade Salami, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Network News. More reports ahead after this timeout. Please stay with us.
Next. Lagbaja. Omo baba muko.
Na baba be that.
How do I know you are not an impostor? Oh yeah, play me something.
Abba, my band members are all over the world. Let me connect with them on Glow 4G and make some great music for you. Who's on Glow here?
I got Glow. I've got Glow too.
I go show you.
Hello, sir.
Aleki, Gogo, Jide, guitar. Uzo, give me conga. Ahmed, keyboard. 1, 2, 3.
No matter where you are in the world, rest assured, Glow has you covered. Glow Oga SIM, the unrivaled big boss of data. Upgrade to a 4G SIM for free and get 125% bonus. Also enjoy 25% data bonus on all auto renewals. Dial *777# to choose a plan.
What's up?
His friends didn't come.
Hey, let's practice.
But you're going out.
Don't worry about me.
Nothing satisfies a mother more than seeing a child grow up. But I know as he sweats, he'll face the risk of germs which can cause skin irritation.
That's why you need the new best ever Dettol Cool. Its new advanced formulation with extra menthol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs and gives your family icy cool freshness.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
Simple.
season's greetings from FCMB, My Bank and I.
Expressions without words won't have it any other way. Moments will feel joy. Been lost in the moment of freedom. You will find that's what's celebrating. Bring your moment to life. Find your satisfaction in the nourishing trend and sparkling. Celebrate a little ways, making big differences. In the nourishing trend and sparkling.
Enjoy in red grape, white grape, peach variants, the Letter Sparkling Fruit Drink. Celebrate every moment.
Hello. Hi, Jenny. Can you supply 1,000 bottles of juice by noon?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, bye.
Hello.
One day, I go any store and say I want everything.
Jenny, auntie, please, I need a loan.
One day, anything I want.
Hurry up.
Get it times 2. Someday, I'll be living.
Hello.
Clean that up.
Clean that up.
Because I don't get the money, you downgrade me.
The order is on the way.
Are you an entrepreneur looking for financing to grow a business? I have good news for you. Development Bank of Nigeria now provides sustainable financing through commercial banks, microfinance banks, and other financial institutions with repayment terms of up to 10 years. Please do remember, paying back your loan in good time will give you access to more loans.
Development Bank of Nigeria, financing sustainable growth.
You in the air-conditioned office with the itchy throat, Strepsils. Girl in the spotlight with the raspy throat, Strepsils. You in the pollution, it's you, dry throat, Strepsils. Hello in the downpour with the scratchy throat, take Strepsils.
Strepsils, with its soothing medicinal ingredients, will heal the harm done to your throat from external factors.
Strepsils! Strepsils! Strepsils, for a dry, itchy, raspy, scratchy throat.
There is a reason Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build the cities that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in another. A generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Thank you for staying with us on NTA Network News. I'm now being joined by Muplank Dakok on Business News. Muplank, banks seem to have closed earlier today. I don't know if you noticed it.
Indeed, Kene, most banks closed like half day today, being the final trading day of the year. You know, many of them have to begin to take stocks, among other things.
Exactly.
Yeah, and talking about the business environment in Abuja generally on the last day of the year, Muhammad Ali was on the streets to tell us what he saw on business activities.
Business activities are yet to pick up fully in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, since the Christmas holidays. Last week, Thursday and Friday, work resumed and businesses were low. And as you can see today, Monday, the first day of the week, which is also the last day of the month, in fact, last day of the year 2018, is supposed to be a working day and activities are very low. This is area 8, where we have a lot of banks, about 10 to 12 banks are concentrated here. And normally on a normal day by this time, you will see this place is beehive of activities with people going in and coming out of the banks, one transaction or the other. But as you can see today, the place is empty. Well, this may not be unfair to the fact that Most of the banks close today at 2 p.m. Some of them even close at 12:30 this afternoon to enable their workers also have a feel of the New Year celebrations, as tomorrow has been declared public holiday to enable Nigerians mark the first day of the year 2019.
Thank you, Mohammed. The Central Bank of Nigeria says the Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, stood at 61.1 index points as at December 2018, indicating an expansion in the manufacturing sector for 21 consecutive months. This is contained in the CBN's monthly PMI survey. The report indicates that the index grew at a faster rate when compared to 57.9 index points recorded in November, and 13 out of the 14 subsectors assessed reported growth. Meanwhile, equities on the Nigerian Stock Exchange went up by 1.27% Monday to close at 31,430.50 after 2 days of downtrend in the previous holiday-shortened week. Investors exchanged over 929 million shares valued at over 3 billion naira, and investment experts are expectant that the trend will continue in the same vein for the rest of the week and long into the year. That's business news. It's over to you, Kene, for the rest of the news.
Thank you, Moplank, and compliments of the season.
Thank you, and same to you.
Now, Abdullahi Mohammed joins us from Kaduna Network Center. Hello, Abdullahi. Compliments of the season.
Hello, good evening, and compliment of the season to you too. Traffic gridlock associated with Sabongari Market in Kano Metropole will soon be over as work on the 1.7-kilometer Murtala Mohammed flyover is almost completed. Abdullah Mustafa reports that the project being constructed at the cost of 10.1 billion naira is the longest in Kano.
Traffic gridlock is a common phenomenon in Kano, especially within and around the city's central business district. This causes lots of inconveniences to road users. The chaotic situation may, however, end very soon with the Murtala Muhammad Way flyover nearing completion. With 9 clovers connecting to about 10 adjoining roads, the 10.1 billion naira infrastructure is one of the mega projects being undertaken by Kano State Government. Although the facility has not been put to use officially, some motorcyclists have already started riding over it.
Before, when we are coming from our home, we used to spend a lot of time before I would leave Bata to Wapa. But now, within 2 minutes, we have already finished the road now.
This is where major markets intersect. By my left, you have the famous Sabongari market. On my right, you have the Singa market. Behind me, you have the Wafa Birudi Change market.
The flyover will, in addition to easing vehicular movement, also serves as an additional landmark to the commercial city. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
Many thanks, Abdullahi there. Kano's neighbor, Jigawa State, has introduced mass wedding, especially for the vulnerable indigents of the state, as a measure of safeguarding the sanctity of sexual morality. Hallur Haruna reports that the takeoff of the program saw 270 spouses ushered into matrimony.
The wedding fatima for the 270 couples was conducted under the supervision of the Emir of Dusi, Dr. Nuhu Muhammad Sunusi, and administered by Dr. Bala Musa upon payment of required dowries. Each couple presented certified medical certificates to ensure they are not positive to any transmissible disease. The Emir and wife of the state governor, Hajia Asma'u Badr Abubakar, advised the new couples to educate themselves of both trade and Islamic education to have a pleasant life.
I'm using this opportunity to all the local government councils and other stakeholders to make arrangements for the new couples, girls in particular, to continue with their education both Western and Islamic education.
Special advisor to the governor on religious matters, Malam Mustafa Saleh, said each bride benefits from donation of furniture and other household materials from the state government. From DC, Hawa Hallara Haruna, NTA News.
And happy marriage live for all of them from here. And it's back to Kenny for the continuation of Network News tonight. Kenny?
Thank you, Mohammed. You're watching the Network News broadcast live on the NTA, Africa's largest TV network. The news returns in a moment.
2018 in retrospect and the projections for 2019 in building a stronger Nigeria is the thrust this week on NTA Tuesday Live. Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. The program promises to be educative and informative. Don't miss it.
But 3G is great, 4G is better. You don't know what you're missing till you experience it. Buy an Airtel SIM to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
What's up? His friends didn't come.
Hey, let's practice.
But you're going out.
Don't worry about me.
Nothing satisfies a mother more than seeing a child grow up. But I know as he sweats, he'll face the risk of germs which can cause skin irritation.
That's why you need the new best ever Dettol Cool. Its new advanced formulation with extra menthol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs and gives your family icy cool freshness.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
Sensitivity is a short pain which occurs when teeth are exposed to hot, cold, or acidic things. Cold water from the fridge would trigger off sensitivity. A lot of people would accept anyway and just grin and bear the pain. What I would say to the patient is switch to Sensodyne, make it your daily toothpaste. Over a period of time would reduce tooth sensitivity. And a lot of them come back to thank me, to say that, wow, it's just something so simple. It adds the sparkle back into their life.
You in the air-conditioned office with the... You experience it. Buy an Airtel SIM to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
What's up?
His friends didn't come.
Hey, let's practice.
But you're going out.
Don't worry about me.
Nothing satisfies a mother more than seeing a child grow up. But I know as he sweats, he'll face the risk of germs which can cause skin irritation.
That's why you need the new best ever Dettol Cool. Its new advanced formulation with extra menthol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs and gives your family icy cool freshness.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
Sensitivity is a short pain which occurs when teeth are exposed to hot, cold, or acidic things. Cold water from the fridge would trigger off sensitivity. A lot of people would accept anyway and just grin and bear the pain. What I would say to the patient is switch to Sensodyne, make it your daily toothpaste. Over a period of time would reduce tooth sensitivity. And a lot of them come back to thank me, to say that, wow, it's just something so simple. It adds the sparkle back into their life.
You in the air-conditioned office with the itchy throat. Strepsils. Girl in the spotlight with the raspy throat. Strepsils. You in the pollution. It's you. Dry throat. Strepsils. Hello in the downpour with the scratchy throat. Take Strepsils.
Strepsils, with its soothing medicinal ingredients, will heal the harm done to your throat from external factors.
Strepsils. Strepsils.
Strepsils, for a dry, itchy, raspy, scratchy throat.
It's an African one.
This festive season, there's no place like home. Get a GoTV decoder and GoTenna and 1 month of GoTV Max subscription for only 6,900 Naira. GoTV. Live it, love it.
The commencement of the group stage come January 11 and 12.
We look like the underdog because the other teams are big teams. But we don't respect any team. We go to the field of play and we do the job. So definitely the names will frighten some people, but not people like us.
Meanwhile, tennis greats Roger Federer and Serena Williams will meet on court for the first time at the Hopman Cup when Switzerland faced the United States of America in Perth, Australia, Tuesday. Both will play in men's and women's singles rubbers before meeting in the mixed doubles alongside partners Belinda Bencic and Frances Tiafoe. Federer and Williams both have won a combined 43 Grand Slam titles. Now, a special prayer session in honor of the first democratically elected president of Nigeria, late Sheikh Usman Aliyu Shagari, has been held at the Wadata Palace, Bida. The convener of the prayer session and chairman, Council of Traditional Rulers, Yahaya Abubakar, described the late former president as a detribalized person. Jones Ajayi completes the report.
The chief imam of Bidda, Sheikh Adamu Yakatu, who led the special prayer session, said death does not spare the young, old, male or female, as every soul must taste it. He said based on this, the faithful should not do anything inimical to the teachings of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The cleric also said such prayer session should remind all and sundry that one day such will be offered in their honor. Sheikh Yakatu, who said sin is inevitable, urged the faithful to always seek forgiveness from the Almighty the moment they are off the track. He said the late former President Shehu Shagari lived for 93 years with the fear of God and then prayed the Almighty to reward him with paradise. In his remarks, the Etunupe Alhaji Yahya Abubakar described the death of Alhaji Shehu Shagari as a great loss not only to Sokoto State but the nation at large. He described the late former president as a humble, patient, God-fearing, and detribalized person who had the peace, progress, and stability of the nation at heart.
Before he became the president, we are going to have that good rapport and sort of association with him. And so he's an icon of respect, of fear of Almighty Allah, of commitment.
Meanwhile, flags at the Wadata Palace are flying at half-mast in compliance with the presidential directive. Jones Ajayi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the death has occurred of Alhaji Aminu Salihu Doma. He was aged 50 years. He died last Sunday in Bauchi and has since been buried in accordance with Islamic rites. He is survived by a wife, 2 children, and many relatives. The Oruwari Briggs House of Abonima, Akukutoru local government area, River State, has also announced the death of High Chief O.B. Lulu Briggs, who passed on in Accra, Ghana on December 27, 2018. High Chief Lulu Briggs was described as a philanthropist and a distinguished elder statesman who played a significant role in politics and governance in the Second Republic. He was one of the founding fathers of the then ruling party, the MPN. He is being remembered by the traditional institutions in River State, family, and the entire community. Details of the funeral rites will be announced in due course. We'll have just enough time to check on Tuesday's weather details for across the country.
Hello, and welcome to Weather Forecast. In the wake of the New Year celebration, it is good to take a look at likely weather conditions that we could encounter in the course of movement and celebration of the season. We expect persistent dusty conditions